Hey everyone, welcome back to MLworks. In this video, we'll implement semantic routing with the help of LiteLLM and Ollama. So first we'll demonstrate how to use LiteLLM as a proxy server to interact with multiple Ollama models through a unified OpenAI compatible API. And once that is done, then we'll start with semantic routing, where we'll understand how to automatically redirect your request to the most suitable model based on the input's context. So as part of this project, we have few key features, which includes unified API experience, meaning access to all the local models through a single API endpoint. Then comes intelligent semantic routing. So we'll understand the user query and based on the type of task, we'll be routing the request to the specific model. Then comes local first. It means that the whole setup is completely private. We are not sending our data to any API endpoint that is running in some cloud. So all the models are stored in our local machine and there are no API costs associated with it. So when it comes to the flow, so first what we do is we spin up our LiteLLM server with the help of LiteLLM config, and we also attach our router JSON. So it contains the model and their utterances. So when the user query comes in, we compare that user query with the model's utterances, and if there is any match, based on that similarity, we'll be sending that specific request to that specific model. So we'll have multiple models as part of our Ollama setup here. Now going back to setup and installation, first you have to ensure that you have Ollama, and then you have to ensure you are running Python 3.10 and above. Now to install Ollama, you can run this specific command. This will run as a local server in your system on port 11434. So if you want to verify that, you can go to the incognito mode here in the browser and localhost 11434. So Ollama is up and running. So once that is verified, you can go ahead and download all the different models that you want to work with, and then you can install LiteLLM proxy and request for sending requests to your Ollama server. Then to spin up LiteLLM proxy, you can run this command along with the config. You also have to mention the port number while you are running this command. Now behind the scenes, when it comes to semantic routing, so what we do is we use an embedding model which will be taking the incoming request and it will be comparing against the predefined utterances which are stored in router.json. If the prompt is about vision or images, it routes to image inputs, which is a route inside router.json. And then there is, if the prompt is about code or SQL, it routes to code snippet SQL, and all other requests fall back to general LLM. So this is how we have set up our semantic routing. Now let us go ahead and discuss about the implementation aspect. So first we'll discuss about the configuration file. So let us first look into LiteLLM config test YAML. So this is the basic routing strategy. This is not related to semantic routing, but we'll understand how we have to set the router settings and also the model list. So here first we set model list as tier 1 fast, and we point that to Llama 3.2 model of Ollama, which is the API base we have set here. And then comes our model 2, which is tier 2 balanced, which represents the DeepSeek R1, and tier 3 complex, which represents Qwen 3.5 4 billion parameter model. Next we set the router settings, where we set the routing strategy, which is latency based routing. If a model is taking too much of a time to get a response, then what we do is we switch to the separate model, we switch to another model and see whether the response is fast or not. If it is also taking time, then we move to the third model. And the number of tries we set as 2 and the timeout as 30 seconds. And then we have our fallback strategy. Now, if a request is sent to tier 1 fast, and if it is failing for some reason, like if it is giving some invalid response or something else, right, it will be moved to tier 2 balanced. And if it is failing in tier 2 balanced as well, then it will move to tier 3 complex. So based on the kind of query you have, it will switch to that kind of a model. Now this is with respect to a YAML file for this specific routing mechanism. So let me first run this LiteLLM here in the backend. So the command is LiteLLM followed by config details that we want to send, which is LiteLLM config test YAML. Then comes our port, which is 4000. So we'll run a LiteLLM server, which is nothing but your UVCon server on port 4000, and it has initialized all these three different models. Next, we have to test this LiteLLM server by routing the request. So what I'll do is I'll go to the specific terminal, and here I'll type in Python 3 request underscore LLM underscore request. Yeah. So under this file, we have the Python request. If I go here, you will notice we have set the URL, and then we have set the headers as well. And we mentioned the model that we want to use, which is tier 1 fast. And this is the query that we want to send. And then we make a post request to this specific URL with this content. And we'll get the response based on whether the model is able to handle this query or not. So let me run this here. So in the backend, it has to switch model if a specific model is failing. So this may take some time. So let us see here. So it was quite quick. Here, this is basic routing. This is the statement, and this is the JSON response we are getting. Here we got the model detail that we used, which is Ollama DeepSeek R1. So the tier 1 fast failed to get a response, so we switched to tier 2 model, and here it understood the task to find the sum of two numbers, and it got the response as well. And there is also reasoning content, what was the strategy it has used to generate the final response. So let me clear this. So this is with respect to basic routing, and now we'll see our semantic routing, how it works. So let me close this one as well. So for semantic routing, we have to look into this specific YAML, which is LiteLLM underscore config. Let me close this one here. And here we have to again mention the model list. So for image inputs, we want to use this specific model. So this is kind of like handling the image task. And then comes our code snippet SQL, which will handle our SQL query generation or code generation task. And then comes our general LLM. This is our fallback model, and all of them are connected to Ollama server through localhost 11434. And here comes our routing embedding. So this will handle our user query, which will generate the vector representation for the user query. And here we are using nomic embed text, which is again stored in Ollama. Then comes our semantic router configuration, where we set the model name as semantic hub. With the help of this semantic hub, we'll be moving to any of these three models. As part of the semantic router configuration, we set the model name as auto router, and then comes our config path for the router. So here we look into this specific JSON, and this is getting loaded as part of this YAML. And we set the default model for this semantic hub as general LLM, and embedding model has routing embeddings. So this is the routing embeddings which we have mentioned here. And the routing strategy is simple shuffle, which is the base strategy for the model pooling. Now coming to semantic router configuration, since we have loaded this router.json, let me look into this one here. So you will notice as part of this router.json, we create multiple routes. One is image inputs, and there is code snippet SQL. So this is nothing but your model name, which is present here, image inputs and code snippet SQL. So this router gets mapped to this config YAML with the help of this model name. When you send a user query, that will be taken up by this specific embedding model, and it will generate a vector representation. Now that same embedding model will also take up all these utterances from both these models, which is the image inputs model and also the code snippet model. It will take all these utterances and it will generate a vector representation. Then the user query vector representation is performing a cosine similarity with all these other vector representation, and it will generate a similarity score. And whichever has the highest similarity, it will pick that specific model. If for instance, if the user query is describe me an image, so it will understand this will give a similarity score stronger towards this specific statement, and then it will take up this specific model name image inputs, which is nothing but this specific model Quinn 3.5 0.8 billion parameter model, and the request will be sent to this specific model. Okay, this is how semantic routing will work. So let me first run this router first. To do that, let me just type in LiteLLM -config followed by config.yaml, then our port, which is 4000. So this will initialize all the model, and it will also load the semantic router as well. So it has initialized all the models, then comes it has loaded the router config, and then it has started our UVCon server on port 4000. Now what we can do is we can test our semantic router with various requests. So I'll go here in the second terminal, and there are multiple requests that I have created, which is request.image. As part of this request, what we do is basically we load an image, turn it into base64 format, and send it as part of post request. So here, if you notice, we take this specific image, which is nothing but this one, and this image is encoded as base64, and it will be sent as part of this payload. If you look at the payload, first we mention semantic hub followed by the role as user, and we type in this text. If you see here, the text contains what is described in this image. If I go to this YAML now, not the YAML router JSON, so this specific text, which is what is described in this image, has a stronger similarity towards this specific utterance. So it has to pick this specific model, image inputs model. And here we also pass the image detail as base encoded format. So first let me run this one. So Python 3 request underscore image. So it is saying there is no file or directory image.png. Wow. So let me just take this image, put it inside this request, and close this down. Now let me run the request again. So sending request to /chat/completion routing via semantic hub. So this may take some time maybe because it is an image. So it has generated this response. If you notice here, routing to image model, successful. So based on this query that we have sent as part of our request, what is described in this image, it has understood that it has to send this whole request or this payload to that specific model, which is image inputs model. And it has managed to get the understanding of the image. For example, here it mentions this image captures a busy highway scene during what appears to be the golden hour, either sunrise or sunset, which is indicated by a warm golden lightning casting along shadows, light highlighting the road. So it is like quite a detailed explanation it has provided. And here is a breakdown of the scene. Wow, it's pretty good actually. If you notice, it has mentioned dark gray SUV, okay, white box truck cab. It has able to understand the image, and it has provided a very great response. Now coming back to our semantic routing, so it understood that specific utterance, and then it went and hit the image inputs model. Now let us run SQL query here, request underscore SQL. So here, as part of this request, what we have is, again we are making call to this specific URL, and we are creating our payload here, and we are mentioning model has semantic hub. So since we are setting it as semantic hub, it has the possibility of selecting any models. If we are just setting it as image underscore inputs, then it will take up that specific model. Since we are setting it as semantic hub, it can route among multiple models. And as part of this role, we are setting it as user, and then content, we are creating a SQL query to find the top 5 customers by total spending. So we are just directly just sending a content where we want to generate a SQL query for top 5 customers. And we are setting the temperature as 0.2, and this is our post request. Now let me run this. Python 3, this is request underscore SQL, and it has to switch to that code snippet SQL. So close this one. So it has provided this response here. So routing to SQL/code model, which is this specific statement. And then to find the top 5 customers by total spend, you would need a database schema that includes at least 2 variables, one for customer and other for transaction data, assuming these tables have common column customer ID, which makes sense. So here is the SQL query. So it takes a customer ID and then customer name and selects the sum of total amount has total spent from customer table, and it is joining with another table which is transaction, and then it is grouping by customer name and customer ID and ordering it descending order, and we are looking at the top 5 results. So this is also making sense as this query went to SQL model, and this query joins the customer and transaction table on the customer ID column, groups the results by customer ID and name, calculates the total spent for each customer using sum function, orders the result in descending order based on the total spent, and finally limits the output to the top 5 customers. So this is a very good response from our model, and we are able to reroute the request based on the utterances. So since we are mentioning create a SQL query, which is similar to what we have mentioned in the router.json. If I go here, you will see write a SQL query. So it has performed some cosine similarity between this utterance and also the user query that we send, and it managed to understand this is a code snippet model. So this is how semantic routing works, where we take in an embedding model through which we understand the user input and try to create a similarity between utterances and the user query and route the request. So we have understood how to make use of LiteLLM for this routing mechanism. So with that, I'll be concluding this video. Thank you for watching.